Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover as we recently got updates on Eminem's Tobey featuring Big Sean and Babytron that got delayed, and we got to hear from Eminem and Big Sean about why this happened. However, this has now sparked some new theories which we'll expand on in a bit. Today we also have more on Drake versus Kendrick Lamar following the Not Like Us music video that has certainly reopened the wounds, and we even got to hear from Drake's unofficial speaker, who has now concluded that this battle is actually having some real-world effects on Drake's career based on the recent objective data compared to how it was before the battle. And speaking on this battle, we got to hear from LL Cool J, who believes Drake made the wrong move by going at Kendrick. And LL Cool J also sent a warning and caution to Kendrick Lamar now that he is being viewed as the king, and we'll get to this later. And we also got to hear from the NBA draft class of 2024 when they were asked to pick between Kendrick and Drake. That sparked some hilarious reactions. And before we dive into the topics at hand, it has been a couple of recent developments linked to Eminem. For instance, when Eminem clowned his critics like the game on Realist when he rapped, "All the envious rappers I'll torch if I'm on a joint with him." And that is the only retort is I'm not played in the clubs. MFer put a cork in it. Only reason they still play your ish in the clubs is cause you still perform in them. And these bars continue to age like fine wine, seeing as a few hours ago we got reports they played Lose Yourself before the penalties in Portugal versus France match, by the way. And for those who don't watch football or soccer like it's called in the United States, the Euros tournament is on right now, and during the key moment to decide the winner of the game, Lose Yourself was played in front of nearly 50,000 fans. So of course we had to break the news to rapper The Game just in case he missed the game. And we got another one when it comes to Eminem shutting down his critics, as we often hear contradictory statements about how his music aged like milk, while in the same breath they also claim that his new music is trash compared to his old music. And in the United Kingdom, we got an update on Curtain Call 2 that is now Brit certified platinum, and it is not slowing down in the United Kingdom. Check it out. Biggest hip-hop albums of 2024 so far in the United Kingdom, and Eminem's two greatest hits albums lead the way, and 50 Cent takes the third spot. And speaking on Houdini, it just surpassed 100 million views on this platform. And moving on, Eminem's Tobey music video is yet to be released, despite the fact that Eminem initially announced that it was set to drop on the 5th. And we got to hear from Eminem a few hours ago. He shared a snippet from the video and clarified the Tobey video is not completed. New date is Monday the 8th of July. Here's a peek in the meantime, sorry for the delay. And just like that, Eminem cleared the narrative that the video was shot back when they made Doomsday Part 2. However, this also sparked new theories, delaying the video so Kendrick can get his shine with the Not Like Us video 100%. That's some GOAT-ish. And more, Kendrick made him push it back, and even Paige Kennedy stated on this note, "This is a hot take, but do you think at all that Eminem Not Finished Yet video has anything to do with letting Not Like Us breathe for a second, since it is such a juggernaut, or his editor just missed the date on such a huge artist and song and dropped the ball?" And surprisingly, many users are convinced that Not Like Us is the reason. I actually think quite the opposite. We are talking about the Not Like Us video now. He knew what he was doing and gotta wait respectfully. But don't be fooled by some of these takes, as this is certainly not coming from a good place. As when Not Like Us music video broke Houdini's 24-hour record, this same user had this to say in response to Kendrick breaking Eminem's record, "King of Hip Hop. guests better be happy with their placement and stop complaining. All shade. And yes, there's been an influx of some Kendrick Lamar fans on Twitter who clearly don't know hip-hop history, as they've been taking shots at Eminem over the past few days in several viral posts. And we even got some examples that show right now Eminem's career has been boiled down to fast rapping, and as such, he wouldn't stand a chance in a battle with Kendrick. Talk about riding a wave. But back on topic, speaking on the music video, Big Sean also spoke on this delay he took to IG. This delay is Cole Bennett's fault for being a perfectionist. Perhaps seeing Houdini's quality sent him back to the drawing board. And while we wait for the video, Tobey just hit a new peak on global Spotify at number 32 yesterday, and we expect this to go up when the music video drops. But there is certainly a group who remain salty about Eminem due to lyrics on Houdini, as Tobey's latest report was met with takes like, "No Megan, no hit." And this is hilarious because Megan Thee Stallion just dropped an album, and her biggest hit right now from the album is literally tracking below Tobey on global Spotify. And moving on, we got to hear from Akademiks a few hours ago from his livestream about how the battle between Drake and Kendrick is already having real-world effects on Drake's career, as if you recall, many rap fans predicted that even if Drake loses, the battle wouldn't affect his commercial performance. But seeing how his recent releases have been performing on DSPs, Akademiks believes Drake's wings may have been clipped by this battle. Check out a snippet.
I think, no pun intended, Drake's wings slightly feel clipped, right? And it's like the stimulus package, the Drake stimulus package right now doesn't exist. So Drake going on Camilo Cabello's track didn't do nothing. That's a fact. Didn't do nothing. Damn.
And this is based on the recent data, seeing as Drake has been struggling to chart multiple songs like he used to on global Spotify. In fact, his latest collab with Camila Cabello couldn't crack the top 100 on its release day and fell out of the charts the next day. It literally came and went despite the Drake feature, which is strange based on historical data about Drake. But Akademiks' comments have sparked split reactions. On one end, some believe, wow, Kendrick turning Ak into an objective observer of rap is wild. And more on this note, if Ak is saying this, you know it is that bad. Drake's magic is slowing down on his new music, and it is kinda sad that he can't repackage anymore, cause it is not gonna sell for real. Drake is gonna be fine, but man, did his character got stained. However, some disagree. Honestly, I think Drake needs to take a break, cause he's been on non-stop this decade. But as for his wings being clipped, there is zero chance that can happen to him. But what are your thoughts? And before we get to LL Cool J's take on this battle, we got to hear from the NBA draft of 2024 on Drake versus Kendrick. Thanks to Bleacher Report's video, check out a snippet.
Drake and Kendrick both invite you to their birthday party. Which are you attending?
Drake.
That's kind of obvious. Drake.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Why?
Not really a big fan. No, I just don't think I would go.
They're both at the same time? Probably the Drake one. Kendrick won the beef.
Kendrick. If you look at my phone, that's all I'm listening to, those three songs.
I gotta go to Drake. He's a Kentucky guy. He had a concert there. We were already at his house when we played out in Toronto this summer. I gotta go with Drake.
I'll go to Drake.
Drake's. I know more Drake songs, so I'll go to Drake.
Drake.
And some have concluded, reminder that Twitter ain't real life, LOL. And more, ain't no one trying to listen to preaching music the entire party. And it is wild how people just can't be rational on social media. Don't nobody listen to Kendrick other than some nerd bum losers. Especially don't no black MFer listen to him. So we are at a point that there are people out there who believe black people don't listen to Kendrick. But what are your thoughts on this? In real life, a lot of people picking Drake over Kendrick. Let's be for real. And moving on to the next point, LL Cool J recently had a chat with TT Torres where they spoke about the battle between Drake and Kendrick, and LL Cool J expanded on how Drake's strategy was off, and he also had some advice for Kendrick moving forward. Check out a snippet.
Who's the GOAT right now, Drake or Kendrick?
Well, you talking about the battle?
Yes.
I mean, Kendrick won the battle. I mean, come on. I mean, that's obvious.
You boxed
I mean,
in the
that's a
ring.
no-brainer.
Okay, so
and listen, I like Drake. I love his music. He's a cool dude. We don't know each other, but I like his music. I'm happy for him and everything. I mean, Kendrick, that was probably that might have been the wrong. That might have been the wrong. Yeah, that might have been a bad choice.
It was very strategic.
Yeah.
But can you appreciate, because you had some battles you had to go up against in your career.
I did.
Can you appreciate him for getting in the ring and putting his boxing
100%. I respect both of them, and it was great for hip hop culture. Like, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Both of their names will be etched in history because of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even us just talking about it now is etching their names in history. But both of them were super talented. They both did great. It ain't like Drake completely and totally, utterly played himself.
Yeah.
He just wasn't quite as good in that particular battle with Kendrick. But he's a very incredible, talented artist. I like him.
Yeah.
But Kendrick did his thing. You gotta just keep it a bean. You know what I mean?
But that crown is heavy. That crown is heavy. What advice would you give to someone who has that crown on their head in that moment? It's heavy.
Yeah, do neck exercise. You know what I'm saying? Do some neck exercise.
And this sparked reactions like, this is how you show love and respect to both without looking goofy if your favorite person loses. And to this a user added, right, that's all I took from it. I like Kendrick and I like old Drake. I thought Drake was gonna pull out the old lyrical Drake. He didn't, and Kendrick chose violence. You gotta bring your A game. Kendrick wasn't no Meek Mill. And we got an interesting take on this, as some believe Drake's timing was the reason he lost, and that he should have initiated the battle a long time ago. I wouldn't say he made a bad decision, I will call it bad timing. I think he should have beefed with him around the Meek Mill beef or before. He also should have been a lot more prepared, but it is not that hard to defeat Drake. He is a public figure. But what are your thoughts? Tell us below in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.